Ava had always been inseparable from her best friend Ryan. They had grown up together, attended the same schools, and shared countless memories. They were each other's confidants and support systems, and they knew everything about each other. So when Ryan took his own life, Ava was completely shattered. In the days and weeks that followed, Ava was consumed by grief and guilt. She kept replaying their last conversations in her head, wondering if she had missed any signs that Ryan was struggling. She couldn't understand how someone who had seemed so happy and full of life could be gone so suddenly. Ava withdrew from her other friends and family, feeling like no one could understand the pain she was going through. She stopped going to school and spent most of her days in bed, crying and feeling lost. She couldn't imagine a future without Ryan in it. One day, Ava received a package in the mail from Ryan's parents. Inside, she found a letter from Ryan, written before he passed away. In the letter, Ryan talked about how much he loved Ava and how grateful he was for their friendship. He acknowledged that he had been struggling with depression and anxiety for a long time, but he didn't want to burden Ava with his problems. He urged her to seek help if she ever needed it, and to remember that she was loved and valued. Reading Ryan's letter was a turning point for Ava. She realized that she couldn't let her grief and guilt consume her forever, and she decided to seek help. She started seeing a therapist who specialized in grief and loss, and she joined a support group for young adults who had lost someone to suicide. Through therapy and the support of the group, Ava learned to cope with her grief and guilt. She began to understand that Ryan's decision was not her fault, and that she couldn't have saved him. She started to see glimpses of hope and joy in her life again. As Ava started to heal, she also started to think about how she could honor Ryan's memory. She decided to start a fundraiser for suicide prevention and awareness, and she reached out to Ryan's parents to help her with the project. Together, they organized a walk in Ryan's memory and raised thousands of dollars for suicide prevention. Through the fundraiser and her healing journey, Ava found a new sense of purpose and meaning in her life. She realized that even though Ryan was no longer physically with her, his memory and love would always be a part of her. She knew that she would never forget him, but she could honor his memory by helping others who were struggling with mental health issues. In the end, Ava's story teaches us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. Through the love and support of others, and by seeking help when we need it, we can find a way forward and a new sense of purpose in our lives.